Good morning, everybody. This is your buddy Big Money for Eternity, and I am back with another video. I think this is, what, 3 in a row now that I've been able to do this week. I hope you guys are having an awesome day today. Today's Thursday. Getting that much closer to the weekend. It's going to be another hot one here today, which I don't like, so I'm going to stay here in the air conditioning where I belong. I have a story to share with you guys today, and before I get started, I would like to give another shout out to my very, very, very good friends James and Alicia from Life of Sass vlogs over on YouTube, and I will once again link them down below in case you guys didn't get to go to their channel yet. They actually inspired me to do this story that I'm going to share with you guys today. But I do have to caution you that it's kind of messed up. And James and Alicia, if you guys watch this, I do not want you to feel bad for making me share a messed up story, because this is a story that I chose to share myself. So you guys don't worry about it. You guys are good. I love you both. But this is a story that you inspired me to share because I want to get it out there for anybody else that this has happened to. So without further ado, we gonna get started. This story took place, I'm pretty sure, in 2002. This was when I lived out in the gorgeous state of Colorado. I had just started taking classes at the Pikes Peak Community College in Colorado Springs, and I was taking a algebra class and a computer class, and I absolutely stink at math. But anyway, that's not what this is about. On the morning that this particular incident occurred, the day started off like any other. Got up, had breakfast with the parental units. That's what I call my mom and dad, who are unfortunately divorced now. But that's what I called them, the parental units. And, you know, day was going just like any other day would. You know, they were getting ready for work. I was getting ready to go to school because I had classes that day. And this was like, you know, like I said, just a regular community college. It wasn't like I was going to school right out of high school, because I'd been out of high school for a few years. And this was just something that I chose to do for myself. So, you know, they was going good at first, and my mom and dad got out the door, and I was to leave soon after, so I made sure that the dogs had gone outside before I left. So I let them outside to go do their thing. They came back in. I closed the door behind them and left them in the air conditioning and went on my merry way to school. So I drive down to the school, pull into the parking lot, and usually when I would go in, as soon as you go in, you get off the big long lane that goes into the parking lot, and as soon as you come off that lane, you go straight ahead, and there's 2 handicapped parking spaces. Because I don't know if you guys know that. For those of you who don't know, I am confined to a wheelchair. I have spina bifida. So usually the 2 handicap spaces, when you go straight in, were usually open. So I just go straight in, park my car, hang the little doohickey up in the window so that everybody knows I'm handicapped or disabled. And I parked in the one that's got that little space with the lines through it that tell people not to park there. Well, on this particular day, unfortunately, both the spaces were taken. Now, let me just say that this is not the jacked up part. That's that part's coming. So I thought, where am I going to park? So I go down the row that I usually parked in, and I go all the way down to the end, and there's one space left, and then there's another one of those spaces with the lines in it. So I thought, okay, I'll park here, because then I can just, I can pull in, scoot to the passenger seat, unload my chair, and nobody will park beside me because I've got that space there where I can just, get out and go on my merry way. So I pull in, I get my chair out, get it put together, get my backpack put on the back of my chair, which was heavy as all get out, and I put it on the back of my chair. I jump in my chair, get out of my car, shut the door, lock it, put the keys away, and I head into school. Well, I go into school, take my classes, had the worst day ever because, as usual, I had failed another algebra test. I was not happy because I had studied my butt off for it that day. And I was just, the day was not going good. Let's just put it that way. Although it wasn't that bad when I went to my computer class, but, it still just wasn't the day I was planning on having because of failing that algebra test. But again, that's not the jacked up part, and I'm getting to that. So I'm there for like maybe 2 hours because each class was like maybe a little over an hour long. I was probably there for 3 hours because I did my homework after classes were over because I had some algebra homework to do. I did my homework, and then I stayed and chatted with some classmates for a little bit, and then finally I went home. I went to go outside to go home. Now, here comes the jacked up part. You guys are not gonna like this. This totally sucked. I go outside to go to my car, and as I'm going down the lane, as I'm going down the sidewalk toward where I parked, or as I'm going down the lane or the parking thing to go to the space where I parked, I noticed that there's a van parked there. Well, at first I couldn't tell where it was parked, so I figured it was parked on the driver's side of my car, which meant that I could still get into the passenger side where I could get in the car, get my chair loaded up, get the keys out, and head on my merry way back home. So I get down to where my car is, and wouldn't you know it, the van is parked in the space where the slanted lines are, which is illegal to park in. I already had a bad day in school, and by now your boy was not playing. Okay, I was PO'd. Your boy was not playing. So you want to know what I did? I went back into the school, and I went and got me a security guard. So he asked me what was wrong, and I told him that somebody had parked in the space that's got the slanted lines in it where you're not supposed to park. And he says, well, take me to the spot and show me. So I took him down, and thank goodness the van was still there. And it wasn't one of those cute little minivans where the wife goes, oh honey, let's get this little van for our family. This was one of those big road boat full-sized vans that people put the tacky curtains in, and the where it's got more lights than a Christmas scene. I mean, this was one of those big vans, and the way that this person parked, this is what really gets me. The way that this person parked, I don't know how they even got out of the driver's side, because they parked so close to my car that there was guaranteed to be no way that I was going to get my chair in between the car and that van to get in to go home. So the security guard comes down with me. He sees where the van's parked, and not even 5 seconds, he looks at the van and he goes, we're just going to have to write this person a nice fat ticket, aren't we? I said, you don't have to ask me twice. So he gets out his little pad and he writes the ticket. And guys, this is the part I absolutely love. He writes the ticket, right? And then as soon as he gets done writing it and putting the fine in, he takes the ticket and he sticks it on the driver's side window. I absolutely rolled. I was cracking up so hard. So he was I mean, the security guard that I ran into, he's so nice, really nice guy. He comes up to me, he says, "Would you like me to to back your car out so that you can get in?" So I said, "Yeah, that'd be cool." So I gave him the keys. He got in my car and he backed it out for me, so I had more than enough room to get in my car. So he parked it, stayed with me while I was there, so I could get loaded up and he could direct traffic in case anybody came down. And then I jumped in my car. He asked me if I was all set. I said, "Yes, sir." He wished me a good day, and I drove off on my merry way home. But see, guys, this is what really just hocks me off, okay? I don't understand why it is so hard for people to realize that disabled people are just like they are, or just like a regular person, except we can't use our legs and we need special places to park that have those little slanted line spaces beside us so that we have enough room to get our chairs out or whatever and unload so that we can get out and do our daily routines or whatever we need to do. I don't understand that. That's just what really makes me mad. And I don't know what possessed this person to think that they could park there, especially if they know it was illegal. It's just, ooh, just hocks me off so bad. So, if there's anybody out there that was in my position who has had this happen to them but was afraid to speak up, you need to speak up, because we as disabled people deserve to be heard. And if we don't stand up for ourselves, nobody will stand up for us. Unless we have some good friends who will, you know, break their backs to stand up for us. But if we don't stand up for ourselves, then we as disabled people won't be able to get anywhere or do anything. Because there are people out there who unfortunately take advantage of us. And I'm not saying this to be like a jerk or, you know, anything like that, but there are people out there who do this. And if you've done this, you know who you are. And I just cannot understand why this person who did this to me thought that it was cool to just think they could park anywhere they wanted to. Especially when they knew that if they parked next to me, I mean, yes, I know that I did not have my placard hung up because I was not in a handicapped space. But, you know, I mean, why did this person park in that space next to me if they knew that it was illegal? Common sense, people. I mean, seriously. I mean, it's just so jacked up. I was like, and I went home. As soon as I got home, I had to let the dogs out because they were probably braiding their legs because they probably had to go to the bathroom space. So I let them out when I got home, brought them back in, and for the rest of the day, I just chilled in my room and watched television because that's all I felt like doing after the day that I had that day. So I was just but when I saw that van parked there, your boy was just not having it. I was not playing. So it just really just, oy vey, you know, it was, oh, I wanted to find the person who parked there and just choke slam him. You know, that's just, oh my God, it was awful. So anyway, guys, that's the story that I wanted to share with you today. I know it wasn't the best story to hear, but I wanted to get it out there. And again, James, Alicia, if you watch this, don't feel bad about inspiring a bad story, because I chose to tell this story. You guys didn't choose it for me. I chose to tell it myself because I wanted to get it out there, and I wanted other disabled people to know that it's okay to speak up and take action if you need to. So you guys are totally cool with me. You guys are awesome. I love you to death. I will link your channel down below again for people who may have missed it yesterday, to get you guys more subscribers, because I love you guys to death. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today. If you liked this video, hit that red subscribe button down there and hit the like button. I will try to get as many videos in between now and the time that we move, because we are moving pretty soon. I'm not sure when yet, but you'll know it when it's time, because I will let you guys know. Because when the time comes, and again I'll let you guys know, when the time comes, I will be going on a maybe 2 to 3 week hiatus from filming, because there's a lot to like get set up, and I'm going to be staying with my aunt and yada yada yada, and I might be too busy to do other things. I might be too busy to film, so I won't be filming during those 3 weeks, but I will be online. So if you want to follow me on YouTube or Facebook, I'll have those down below as usual. You can talk to me there. I mean, not YouTube and Facebook, I mean Twitter and Facebook. What am I saying? This is YouTube. I'll have my Twitter and Facebook down below. I'll still be online there, so if you want to talk to me there, you're more than welcome. I'll be on there as much as I can. You guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.